Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Ainsley. Welcome back to Yapping with Ainsley, where today is a very exciting day because we are discussing my July 2026 book review. Yay! This is gonna be fun and it's gonna be a lot. So buckle up, Buttercup, because you're gonna be here a while. Okay, so I read a grand total of 14 books this month. And yes, I did not leave the house except to work. Okay. But here they are. Here's the 14. Yeah, I went a bit insane this month, but they were all great books. Mostly. I had a good reading month this month. And y'all gonna hear about it. So strap in. We're gonna be here a while. Okay. So, number 1. Escaping from Houdini by Kerri Maniscalco. Now, before we begin, this is a spoiler-free review, okay? I will try my very best to avoid all spoilers for any books, so if you're planning on reading these, this is a safe space for you. Cabisco. Alright, moving on. Continuing on, I suppose. Escaping from Houdini by Kerri Maniscalco. Fantastic. This is good. I rated this 5 out of 5. Now, I can understand why it's not, like, the most popular book in the Stalking Jack the Ripper series. I get that. Like, I can see why people weren't, as big of a fan of it as the other ones. However, I had a good time. Mephistopheles is problematic in this book. He is, because, and it's not that I hate him, because I don't, but I'm like, do we know what boundaries are, Mephistopheles? Do we know what those are? Like, genuinely. So, and Audrey kind of drove me a bit nuts in this book, but that's okay. I still had fun. And continuing on, if we know where this is going, Capturing the Devil by Kerri Maniscalco, the last and final book in the Stalking Jack the Ripper series. I'm sad about that. I really enjoyed this series and I wish I could read more books in that series. But you know what? Every good story has to end at some point. But I did not think the plot from, like, the first book would continue on all the way to the last one. But it did, and I was, like, kind of impressed, also slightly confused, but I think it worked. Honestly, I think it was really good. I rated it 5 out of 5. My only gripe with this book, I think, would be that this is a YA series, but Kerri Maniscalco was a tap dancing on the line between non-sexual content and sexual content. She was tap dancing on this line. Tap dancing, okay. Certain points where I'm kind of like, oh no, we're good. Like, if you, like, dang, we got close, okay, or we were there, but, so just keep that in mind, okay, when you're reading this last book, but I enjoyed it, so. Moving on, we have got Dare You to Lie by Lynn Natusch. Sorry if I said your name wrong. This was incredible. Listen, an obscene amount of swearing. Okay, there's a lot of swearing in this. And that I think is my only gripe with this book, because everything else was incredible. The plot, the characters, the suspense. I made the mistake of not purchasing the rest of the series when I bought the first book, because now I want the rest of the series. But Kylene, iconic in this book. We also love Garrett. We hate Donovan. Okay, like Dolores Umbridge level hate for Donovan in this book. But, like, I need to read the rest of the books because I was hooked, line, and sinkered into this book. Okay, highly recommend. All right, The Whisperer by Donato Carisi. What the frick? Like, genuinely. Okay, this was 5 out of 5. I really enjoyed this. Mila Vasquez is fantastic in this book. But listen, if you cannot handle, like, child dismemberment, in a book like this, I'd avoid. However, I did enjoy this. The twist at the end, I was not ready for it. You're not going to be ready for it. No one was ready for it. Okay? But it kept me hooked, and I would recommend. Okay? Okay. The Butcher and the Wren by Alaina Urquhart. 6 out of 5. Stunning. Stunning! I love this. I love this. The swearing was minimal, if there at all. There was no sexual content in any way like that. Yes, it is very graphic in terms of like murders and violence, but there's like very, very minimal swearing. It is, and just like the suspense, the characters, everything about this was written so well. So well. And I love like popcorn-sized thrillers. You can easily read this in one sitting. Okay, I know this is coming from a fast reader, but I'm being so serious. I blew through this. Like, so fast. It was so good. So good. Like, I'd recommend this to everybody. And Wren, okay, Butcher and the Wren, she might be like my favorite female main character of any book that I've read recently. Like, she's awesome. She's awesome. And Jeremy flat out sucks, and I hate him so much. So much. But if you love forensic / serial killer thrillers, I got you. And I got you part 2, because this is The Butcher Game by Alaina Urquhart, the second book to The Butcher and the Wren. Stellar. This is stellar, okay? I still think I prefer the first book. However, I rate this 5 out of 5. There was more swearing in this one, I think, if I remember correctly. But Wren is still obscenely iconic in this. Jeremy becomes even more horrendous if that were physically possible. He does. And Philip also sucks. Like, I wouldn't say just as much as Jeremy, but it's nearly there. Like, they both are awful. But I would recommend this. Honestly, such good forensic / serial killer thrillers. Okay, Empire's Curse, Drakkon by Maham Fatemi. I am so sorry if I pronounced that name wrong. This was so good. This was so good. I know I say I'm not like a fantasy person. Maybe I'm just becoming more of a fantasy person without me really realizing it, but incredible. This was incredible. Like, Muyang, I'm obsessed with him. I love him. I love him. And Dayu is iconic. No one can survive what she survived in this book, realistically, but she did, so we love. And also, there is only kissing. That's it. No other kind of sexual content. It is perfect. It is so good. It is so good. Like, highly recommend. Okay, I had such a good time. Okay, Hutchison and the Butterfly Garden. Okay, I rated this one 4 out of 5. There's a lot of swearing, and there's a lot of sexual content, namely because it's surrounding like cult-like stuff, so it's that kind of sexual content. It's very uncomfortable to read. It is a hard read. It's written well. I hate the gardener, and I hate his son even more. Screw you, Avery. And I, like, yeah, it's hard to read. And yeah, the swearing and sexual content and stuff is there as well, but the plot was good. It was good, but it is a tough read. It is. So be warned of that. Anyway, Illusion of Stars by Sarah Marie Page. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. I rated this 4 out of 5. I love Isabel. She cannot be a spy for the life of her. Like, babes, this just isn't your calling. This isn't your calling. You gotta find something different, my dear. But she's hilarious. She is hilarious in this book, and Eric is also really funny. Like, really funny. Like, I'm like, all right, Alright, you two are made for each other. You are, you just are. Okay. And the swearing was pretty minimal in this book. Like, it was there, but it wasn't too bad. And the sexual content was also pretty minimal. Still a little bit there, but not bad. But yeah, it was good. I was a little bit confused at parts, but I still enjoyed this. Okay. Night Watcher by Daphne Woolsoncroft. 5 out of 5. This was remarkable. This, like, it was so eerie. It was so disturbing. Like, do not read this at night. Do not read this at night. Okay? Do not read this at night. But it was so good. It was so good. I was so hooked the entire time I was reading this. Like, I had a hard time putting it down. Nola is iconic in this book, and I'm also really happy that our friend, oh no, what's his name? Okay, Harvey, legend. You are a legend, sir. But if you like stalker / serial killer books, I got you, queen. This. Okay. Alright. Manspreader by Marnie Vinge. I rated this 3 out of 5. Now, there are like 3 pages of trigger warnings before you get into this book. If you plan on reading this book, heed the trigger warnings, I beg of you. They are there for a reason. Okay? Obscenely graphic and more just like sexual references than there is like actual sexual content. Well, I guess it is considered sexual content, but like it's very dark, very gruesome, very disturbing, and it is like female rage coded, which I can sort of understand, but then I'm also like, okay, it's a lot. This is a lot. But just heed the trigger warnings, please, if you plan on reading that. Okay. This Woven Kingdom by Tahereh Mafi. Hot take, better than Shatter Me. Like, you can come for me if you want, bro, and we can discuss Shatter Me another time. This is iconic. This is iconic. I had so much fun reading this. Alize, you took all that abuse for what, queen? You what? You didn't need to do that. Anyway, she's iconic. I cannot wait to read more of her. Cameron was good in this book. I hate the king. King Zal, disgusting. Hate him. Hate. Loathe entirely. Yes. Hate King Zal. But Cameron's great. The boy's great. Omir? Is that his name? I can't remember his name off the top of my head. Alize is great. Also, Cyrus. That's how you want to be introduced in this book? Really? I have heard of Cyrus before I read this book, so I was kind of reading it expecting him, and then he came at the end and I was like, boy, really? This is how you make your entrance? But 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10, 20 out of 20, stellar. Highly recommend. I will be reading the rest of the series, for sure. Okay. The Gilded Blade by JLB, the one and only Jennifer Lynn Barnes, iconic queen of writing. We have spent so many books so long with these characters, and the way it ended is bittersweet. It does have a happy ending ish. Like, I'm just, you know, I love all these characters so much, and I'm just so sad that this is the end of our Inheritance Games journey. But the games in this one, incredible. Like, it is so well written. Jameson in this book, Lord have mercy. The yearning this man displays is insanity. And we love. We love. Okay. Also Grayson. Cannot love that man enough. Rowan. Come on now. You belong with Winter Girl. We all know this. Mimosas, you belong with Sunshine. We all know this. Okay. But this was good. I definitely cried. I'm just sad it's over. I'm just really sad it's over. But 5 out of 5. Okay. And then last but certainly not least, we have got Freida McFadden's Dear Debbie. Now, this was insane. This was insane. I read this in a day, by the way. That is how fast I blew through this thing. Debbie is unhinged. Debbie is unhinged, but it's valid. Okay? And I might sound like a psychopath for saying that, but I feel like once you read this book, you'd understand. But, oh my gosh, the amount of characters I loathed in this book. The twist was good. I was hooked. Like, if you love some vigilante type nonsense, okay, this is it for you, alright? Okay, well that was my July 2026 book review. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any opinions about my opinions in the comments, do let me know. And I hope you'll have a fantastic rest of your weekend, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!